Good evening and welcome all the news from Colombo. Less than 24 hours for the India-Pakistan showdown. Boria and I went for an evening stroll a little bit to get a flavor of the situation on ground. And I can tell you that the excitement is buzzing. People are excited. In fact, fans in Sri Lanka are looking forward to the match. Obviously, there's a lot of excitement that's going around, and it's good to see the kind of buzz that's being created. Boria, quick question to you. I mean, basis the fact that over the last 4 5 months, we've seen quite a few India-Pakistan matches. Would you say that the anxiety is a little bit lesser than perhaps the three matches during the Asia Cup, especially on the players?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I think the Asia Cup final was the maximum. That had become something else. That was actually war minus the shooting in the Orwellian terms. This one is coming second, according to me. The first game of the Asia Cup was tense. Second game became mundane because India had thrashed Pakistan in the first. But this one coming against the backdrop of what all the shenanigans of Pakistan, Mr. Naqvi will soon come to the hotel and then Ashok will do an interview. Ashok will go and present him the Valentine's Day rose. Well,
Yeah.
Mr. Naqvi, here it is for your field marshal. So, but there is a lot of tension. There is
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
anxiety.
But let's talk about the press conference, and I'm more keen to talk about your takeouts from the press conference. But the key headlines really are perhaps three or four key headlines. Number one, when asked about Abhishek Sharma, Captain Surya Kumar Yadav actually gave a very good response. I think he said that if the opposition wants him to play, he will definitely play. I think that shows confidence, that shows body language, that shows aggression, which is a great thing. I think it's a mindset that is very much required. Second, on Kuldeep Yadav, I think the answer really was that depending on the situation, depending on conditions, the Indian team will really think about their options. They will, I got a sense that they may not be hesitant to disturb the playing 11 from the previous two matches if the situation so demands. And linked to that is the question on the handshake. I think he gave a pretty diplomatic kind of an answer, depending on the situation. But clearly, I think the chances of a handshake are ruled out. But it's going to be a very business-like, professional-like approach. The team is here to win, and they will go about that business with utmost confidence. That's the feeling that we got. But in terms of the takeouts from the press conference, Boria, what did you think? Was the key difference versus, let's say, the Asia Cup situation when India was facing off Pakistan, and there was so much of noise around the pitch?
Gargi, if you can hear us, is the handshake happening? Yes, no.
Is the what happening?
Is the handshake happening?
So, Surya Kumar Yadav, obviously he was asked about it multiple times, and every single time he said, "Arey yaar, thoda to suspense rakho. Eat good food, sleep well, wait for 24 hours because we're not saying anything at this moment. After 24 hours, you'll find out what happened." So he did not give away anything at all.
Uh, there somebody's the Day podcast. He's saying all media house have reported that the handshake is happening and Jai Shah is meeting Naqvi. Have you heard anything like that?
Not as of now, because throughout the session after the press conference, I've been at the ground looking at the practice and everything that's been happening there. We haven't heard anything as of something like that. But at this point, going by what Surya Kumar Yadav is saying, we'll have to wait and watch and see what India's stance is at the moment. But also, the recent India-Pakistan match that happened, doesn't matter what, men's or women, or even under 19. Can you guys hear me?
And what are the key pointers from the India practice, Gargi? Over to you to sum it up.
Can you guys hear me well? Can you confirm that?
Yeah, it's improving now. It's better now. The visual is clear. The audio is breaking, but please carry
All
on.
right. It was a very quick turnaround for the Indian team. It was a very quick practice session. Only four batters came out there and actually batted in the net. You had Washington Sundar, you had Rinku Singh, Tilak Verma, and one more batter coming out there and batting in the nets. Apart from that, not much happening today. It was a pretty chill session. Tilak Verma was especially working on his sweep, so we know that they're preparing for that spin the spin challenge that's going to come up at the Premadasa, especially against the three spinners that Pakistan has. Apart from that, not much happened. Of course, Abhishek Sharma also batted in the nets, and Surya Kumar Yadav has confirmed that he will play tomorrow. And it was a nice quick quip against Salman Ali Agha, who in the press conference earlier in the day said that we want Abhishek Sharma to play, and it had a sort of passive aggressive connotation to it. But at the same time, Surya Kumar Yadav, humor, lots of humor involved, and he said, "Arey, they want him to play, yeah? Then we will play him." Surely Abhishek Sharma will come and play tomorrow. He's fine at the moment. And some off the record conversations also reveal that Abhishek Sharma has actually lost 6 kgs because of that illness.
Devashish was saying that Abhishek Sharma hit quite a few big sixes, two spinners. Was that the case? I mean, did he look fluent with the bat when you saw him bat at the nets?
He looked the same as always, Boria. We know that every time Abhishek Sharma comes out, there's no flaw as such when it comes to his technique. He was looking very good. He was hitting those big shots, and they were clean hits as well. So absolutely nothing to sort of point your finger at and say that Abhishek Sharma needs this to work on or needs that to work on. At this point, Abhishek looks as good as he did ahead of that illness as well.
Gargi, I think the other question, big question really is about Kuldeep Yadav. A lot of debate about his record against Pakistan. Is Kuldeep Yadav going to be playing tomorrow? Did you see him at the nets? What's the update on that?
No, Surya Kumar Yadav has confirmed. Kuldeep Yadav will play tomorrow. So
Okay.
Surya Kumar Yadav was being asked about the bowling combinations, and because of that chat, so he and Kuldeep's record against Pakistan. So Surya Kumar Yadav same again had a similar reaction to it, where he pointed to a journalist and said, "Do you want Kuldeep Yadav to play?" And the journalist said yes. And Surya Kumar Yadav was like, "Okay, then we will play him." So he confirmed 2 players in that combination. Kuldeep Yadav is one, and Abhishek Sharma is the other.
Excellent. And from the practice, what's the update? I mean, did you see Kuldeep bowling? Was Washington Sundar there as well?
Kuldeep wasn't there. Kuldeep wasn't there. It was Washington Sundar who was there. He bowled for quite a bit. Washington batted as well, which I think gives us a sort of hint that Washington Sundar might come into play tomorrow because he had an extended batting session. He was playing against, I think, spinners as well. So it gives you an idea that maybe this is the kind of combination that you're going to see. Surya Kumar Yadav has already confirmed that Kuldeep Yadav will play. And I think that the next spinner that comes into the team is Washington Sundar. We were discussing about this in the earlier live as well at 12 p.m. And we did say that the bowling combination could very well look like Jasprit Bumrah, Hardik Pandya, Varun Chakravarti, Kuldeep Yadav and Washington Sundar. And at this point, that seems to be the likely combination. And also, Surya Kumar Yadav gave a hint at that point and he said that, look, these conditions are very similar to what we saw in Dubai during the Asia Cup as well. So we will go with a similar combination. So that I think reveals to us that Washington Sundar will play.
Gargi, we are losing you now. The video is going off. I don't know if you can hear us, whether the audio is there. But I also wanted to ask you about dew. Our viewers have been asking about dew and obviously rain. Rain, we know it isn't there, but on dew, any updates?
Can you hear me now? Can you hear me?
Sorry, Gargi, we can't hear you now.
Is it bad?
Your video is frozen. So
I'll
if you could-
rejoin. I'll rejoin.
Yeah. No, it's fine now. It's fine. Okay, viewers. So Gargi having some audio issues. I think we've had this earlier also with Debashish. I'm sure she will join back in a minute or so. But those are the updates. I think what she spoke about is interesting. Washington Sundar going out there doing both the bowling and the batting, which might well be a clear indication of how the Indian team is thinking about the playing 11 tomorrow. And so the question is whether India will go back to the 4-spinner model that worked so successfully for them in the Asia Cup. And while we wait for Gargi to join, I think, Boria, what Gargi was saying is that Surya Kumar Yadav was pretty clear that both Abhishek Sharma and Kuldeep Yadav will be in the playing 11 tomorrow.
Yes, looks likely. Sanju Samson update. Sanju Samson will have to give way to Abhishek Sharma. भूरिया दादा नहीं गए श्रीलंका तो कहाँ बैठे हैं मेरे भाई? श्रीलंका से 50 तो शो कर लिया, आप फिर भी बोल रहे हो नहीं गए श्रीलंका। आप लोगों ने इतना बोल दिया कि ऑडियो गलत है, आप बाहर से मत करो, अंदर चले जाओ होटल का, इसीलिए भाग के हम लोग दोनों आ गए होटल के अंदर आपके लिए शो करते, फिर भी आप पूछ रहे हो श्रीलंका नहीं गए।
Okay, other questions. What about Aksar if Sundar comes? No, you're right. This is Fly Boys for people asking this question. The chances are that the team will look at Rinku being benched. If you look at the last couple of matches, he didn't seem, in the same kind of nick that we saw earlier, and therefore there is a good chance that the team might look at playing Washington Sundar, getting in an advantage of the fact that he can come in and bowl those off spinners. And Pakistan have got 3 left-arm batsmen in the middle to lower order, and therefore Washington Sundar can be a potent weapon when it comes to the final lineup. Adarsh is asking Washington Sundar in place of Rinku Singh, please, because Rinku is completely out of form. Yeah, he did look a little out of sorts, and therefore that could be something that the team will definitely experiment. But I was saying earlier that there is a good chance that the team will look at those 2 or 3 changes that we spoke about. Gargi, meanwhile, joins us back. Gargi, can you hear us?
One can say, confirm that I don't think there is any meeting between Jay and Naqvi. So there is no meeting planned between. Yeah, Gargi, we can hear you. There is no meeting planned between Jay Shah and Mohsin Naqvi. Somebody was asking that. Obviously, in a World Cup, it is mandatory to invite the board chief of the 2 countries playing. So Mr. Naqvi obviously is invited, but there is no formal meeting planned between the ICC chair and the PCB head. As far as the handshake is concerned, no one can confirm this. If anyone is saying the media houses have reported, they are reporting based on speculation or guesswork. The handshake decision is not yet final. Whether or not to do or not to do will not be final till tonight. You will get to know only tomorrow. So that is the update as far as handshake is concerned. No final decision yet, but as far as the Naqvi Jay Shah meeting, that is not happening. Gargi, your final question before we let you go. Did the body language look good? You guys took a photograph with Gautam Gambhir. He seems to smile, which is an aberration.
Gargi?
One of the things that we were discussing about after the photoing, oh my God, Gautam Gambhir has smiled in our picture, and he looked in a very good mood. So he came and said hi to everyone. He spent a few minutes
Sorry,
talking.
your audio, Gargi, the audio is very, very wonky. I'll try again.
Hello, can you hear me?
Okay, viewers, I think, Gargi, that's okay. I think we will close the show.
Let us see. Viewers can hear.
Sorry. Gargi, can you hear me? Gargi?
Can you hear me? Is it better now?
Carry on, Gargi. I
Okay,
think
great.
the Wi-Fi may be an issue here, but Gargi, please carry on. I believe the viewers can hear you. You're talking about the
Okay,
Gautam
all right.
Gambhir photograph.
Okay, yeah. So the thing that I was saying was when Gautam Gambhir came and did the photo with us, one of the few things that we were discussing, all of us after the picture, was that Gautam Gambhir was all smiles, and that's one of the rare things in life where you get to see Gautam Gambhir smiling ear from ear, and that's something that happened. So we're grateful for that. It was nice to have a little chat with Gautam there, the head coach ahead of the very, very big match. Of course, this is one of the matches that has a huge historical context as well. So, but at the same time, the question that Boria asked, how was the body language? Body language was very relaxed. And this is something that Surya Kumar Yadav also spoke about in the press conference, that he tells his story, just focus on the cricket. And they know it very, very well what their job is, what they need to do. And that's the thing. Even back in Asia Cup, where the atmosphere was way more politically charged than this, they were still relaxed. One question by a journalist in a press conference where they asked about the pressure outside. What are things that people are saying? That administrators, everything that was going on. But at the same time, Surya Kumar Yadav kind of stopped the journalist mid-question and said, "Listen, I have no idea what is going on out there. None of us do. We're not on social media. We're not seeing what's going on. Who is saying what? We are focused on our game, and that's what we are here to do."
Okay, we'll close the show here. We will do one more show at night around 10 p.m. post dinner. we are planning to kind of have a very special dinner at the team hotel. There is a beautiful restaurant
Nothing
called
from
the
Valentine's
Island.
Day, right?
You are my Valentine for tonight. Why are you forgetting that? So all of us are each other's Valentine, Ashok. You are my Valentine for tonight. No, forget, every Indian fan is our Valentine.
Absolutely.
Every Indian fan. So Gargi, you are welcome to come and join Ashok and me for dinner at the Islander at the ITC. So folks, we'll come back to you from there after dinner, giving you a buzz of what the team hotel vibe is all about. Thank you very much for joining us, Gargi. Get onto your Uber and quickly come and join Ashok and me for dinner. Thank you very much for watching.